I'm Madison Reed, and this month on Insight, students from around the district are sitting down with Dr. O′Neal to discuss questions they have about LASD. Today, 6 students from LASD high schools will be asking Dr. O′Neal about this month's topic, strategic design.
Hi, my name is Brittany O′Neal, and I am a junior at the Colony High School. How does LASD plan on getting our diverse community involved with its students' learning?
Okay, well, I really think we already have. From the beginning of our strategic design that we began in September of last year, we held 6 summits. We also had online summits, so about 3,000 people overall participated in that. And they came from all over the district, and they weren't just parents. Many people that participated were community members, there was a great deal of diversity there. I was really, obviously when you have that many people come to meetings about where we want to go as a district, you're pretty pleased. And you can't get that number of people without getting the diversity of the district as a part of it. In the focus groups, again, we invited people to participate in the focus groups, and it was very representative of our community. And then our strategic design team, 26 people who took everything and wrote our vision, mission, beliefs, and goals. 20 of those 26 were community members, and we had a student on our strategic design team, and now we have several students on the current team, and we've had students participate in other committees we've formed since that time. It's critical that we reach out to people and say we want you to participate. It's critical for people to do that.
Hi, my name is Ashley Abraham, and I'm a 9th grader from the Hebron High School. How can students be more connected to other students around the world through technology, as stated in LASD Strategic Design Goal Number 2?
That is a very important thing, and I think, though, that it almost answers itself. There's a book that came out several years ago. It's been well read by a lot of people, called The World is Flat. And essentially, the author, a former New York Times reporter, said that the world has shrunk down. The stock market today broke a new record. And what I heard was during the night, the markets were doing so well on the other side of the world that it really was a huge stimulus for the market here. Anybody FaceTime in here? Who's done that? So and who did it last year? Anyone? Why not? You didn't know about it, did you? So, it's now we can get our phone out and we can have a live phone conversation, and I can show things to whoever I'm talking to. And couldn't do that last year. So, you can now conference with your phone. As a matter of fact, we have students that are doing that now. I had a presentation to our school board about the way technology and strategic design is being implemented in our district. And one presentation was by Hicks Elementary School in Frisco, one of our elementaries. And the kids did the presentation for the school board, which I thought was really, really neat. But most of that presentation is how they're working with students around the world. They're forming collaborations and partnerships with them in a number of countries, and have formed good friends. They've worked on projects. They're learning about each other's culture. So that's really how the world is going, and we're able to take advantage of that. And I think now our resources, it's almost inconceivable to think of not having access to the vast resources that are out there and available to all of us through the internet, through technology. So I think that goal number 2 is absolutely critical to provide you, the student, with the kind of learning that you deserve and you need.
Hi, my name is Lexi Guzik from Marcus High School. As a member of the Marcus FFA chapter, I have been truly impacted by hands-on learning, career skills, and leadership. How does our program fit into the LASD strategic design plan?
I'm very, very familiar with FFA because my daughter was in FFA, and we raised pigs. So I've washed a pig in a shower stall, getting him ready for show, and I could say that's really some hands-on learning. And one of the biggest parts about FFA is leadership. I think what we're doing now is plays right into what FFA is all about. The last time I was interviewed here, it was fine arts kids, and they told me we love doing things. We love to take things, do stuff, perform, display our work. They like the hands-on part of fine arts, whether they're playing an instrument or they're in a play. I think FFA, ag, is the same kind of deal. I've been to the ag barn, I've talked to the kids that are over there. They get excited about the science involved in agriculture. Everything that we're trying to do through our strategic design is to make learning engaging for you, to make it real, to make it authentic, to give you a chance to demonstrate what you're able to do. One of the most essential skills to that is leadership. So we have to build into what we do those kinds of things that will allow each one of you to be your own chief executive officer, each one of you to be an entrepreneur. I think you bringing up FFA, it's a great example of the kind of work that we want to see our kids do, not just as a program, but in the way we teach and learn.
Hi, I'm Brooklynne Edley from Louisville High School, Harmon campus. How do you feel that strategic design will help prepare me for college in my future?
The reason we went into a strategic design in the first place was to make sure we were doing that for you. We looked at the way the world has changed dramatically over the last really 18 years since the internet was made public in the World Wide Web in 1995. 1995. I mean, you know, we have seniors this year who are 18 and they are the same age as the internet. So we looked at the way the world has changed and we kind of looked at the future. And a way that I like to illustrate the future is this. What year will it be when our first graders are 60 years old? Our vision statement says all of our children and all of our students enjoy thriving, productive lives in a future they create. You create it. And our job is to give you the means to create it. That strategic design understands the importance of you being a confident person who can take charge of your life and feel comfortable, very comfortable, in a world of change. And we have to prepare you for that. I think if we kept doing things the way we had in the past, we'd be doing you a disservice. So I think that's how it gets you ready for college and whatever, and the many careers that you may have, Brooklynne.
Hi, my name is Brittany Pierce, and I'm from Dale Jackson. How will partnerships with local businesses affect day-to-day classroom settings?
Well, I think we're still trying to explore that. A lot has been done. You're from Dale Jackson. I think programs at campuses like Dale Jackson have done probably as good a job as anybody in terms of forming relationships with businesses, provide internships. By the way, I was listening to them. I met with their CEO over there, been over at their headquarters. And it's not just to give opportunities for our students to work there, but also just as important is we need to form those learning partnerships. We can tap into their intellectual capital, their know-how about stuff, and make sure that what we're teaching you are the things that you all need to know. I'm interested in how they see the world. You know, what kind of changes do they see? What are they facing as industries that we can learn from, so we can go back and look at what we're doing, making sure we're preparing you for your life. But I think this is a new territory. We've had good relationships with our businesses, but this is something that I think we could really expand. I think we need to do that.
I'm Chris Miles from Farmont High School. And what are the future goals of incorporating more technology into the classroom?
Well, you know what? We've done a lot with technology, and I think a lot in every one of these questions I've been able to talk about why we have to do that. One thing I didn't mention, it's kind of a pragmatic thing, but the state of Texas, the legislature, in the last legislative session, that's, you know, they meet every 2 years, and they're meeting now, so it was 2 years ago, they passed a bill that abolished the textbook fund. So that textbook fund was what the state of Texas used to purchase and supply textbooks to all the school kids in the state. And they've been doing it that way for decades. Well, they abolished that fund. They combined that fund with the technology fund. They unified those. And the reason they did that is they believe the future is going to be in digital resources. But not only do they believe that, they want that to happen. If the state is not going to be supplying textbooks as they have in the past, we're going to have to be prepared that all of our kids have what they need to access digital resources. So it would be handicapping our kids not to keep pace. But it's not just because we think it's the right thing to do. We do. Why shouldn't you get a world-class education? Why shouldn't you have world-class resources and equipment so you can be competitive with anybody in the world? But the other reason is the state's moving away from that, and they're moving towards digital resources. We've got to be there. So we've done a lot in the last 2 years, especially this last year. We've totally upgraded our infrastructure. It's much more powerful and reliable than it was a year ago. By the end of this year, we'll have wireless in every single classroom in this district. Every classroom will have its own wireless node, and so there'll be a very, very strong wireless bandwidth in every single classroom. And this year we started something we call 1 to X. X means any device that you need to do the work that you're having to do. People need computing power and the ability to communicate and work, but they want it at the most portable level they can get it. So we think that iPad is the best choice. It also is financially advantageous because it doesn't cost as much as a laptop does, right? So you're getting the tools you need. It's not costing as much. And you also have the flexibility, that's the X part, of, hey, I can use my bring your own technology device if I want to. That's the model that we're working on. We're going to study that. We're rolling it out to a few more campuses this spring. Our goal is inside of 3 years, and we hope to make it shorter than that. Every single student in this district will have that. And we'll have the technology infrastructure to back it up with that real powerful wireless that'll be available anywhere and everywhere. I heard some kids once say, several years ago, we were talking to them about their schooling experience, and they said that when they went to school, they had to power down. As a superintendent, it hurt to hear that. I don't want Louisville ISD kids to have to power down. When you're learning, when you're in a world-class school system, when we're preparing you for your future, you shouldn't be powering down when you come to us. You should be powering up. We're going to make sure you get a chance to do that.
Those were some great questions. A big thanks to our student panel this month and to Dr. O′Neal. If you want to learn more about the questions discussed, please visit our website, lisd.net. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next month here on Insights.